Kris McKusker joins us now from the 680 News Business Center. And Kris, you're wrapping up a historically wild week on the markets.
Yes, it was a bit of a crazy one. Now, we had a mixed finish on Bay and Wall Street today. Investors seeming a little indecisive. I guess there are things pulling them in both directions. U.S. markets, though, did see their first winning week in December. And a lot of ups and downs that as I mentioned, especially over the last 2 days. A swing on the Dow today of 350 points, and then yesterday a swing of almost 900 points. Now, there's just one trading day left in the year. Looks like it will be a money-losing year on North American markets. The TSX was higher for a second day today, but it is down 12% year to date. Probably not going to make that up on Monday.
All right, and there's plenty of takeover talk surrounding one of Canada's largest cannabis producers. What's going on there?
Yes, very interesting. We're talking about Aphria, and the takeover offer is coming from a U.S.-based company called Green Growth Brands, which is actually smaller than Aphria, and stock in Aphria on Bay Street surged by 12% today. In the U.S., the stock got a downgrade at GMP, but still jumped by 12%. So this hostile takeover bid came late yesterday. It was rejected by the Canadian cannabis producer. The deal is valued at $2.8 billion. Aphria, though, says that it undervalues the company, although this mini drama is probably not over yet.
All right, the Canadian oil industry faces a unique problem heading into 2019.
Yeah, and it's sort of a problem that we've seen elsewhere in the world, basically too much oil and not enough pipelines. And that's sort of the finding in this National Energy Board report, which says the primary factor in recent steep discounts on Western Canadian crude is that oil production outstripped export pipeline capacity. Now, Alberta has implemented production cuts as of January 1st to help deal with the oversupply, but we've also got this issue still with the TransCanada Keystone XL pipeline facing opposition in parts of the U.S., and then expansion of the Trans Mountain pipeline, which keeps running into roadblocks. Now, as far as gas prices go, likely volatility, at least in the early going in 2019. One expert says we should really be enjoying these lower prices now while we can.
All right, sounds good. And so all the Christmas presents, they've been unwrapped, but now comes the bigger issue, Kris. We have to pay off those bills.
Yes, and this is the #1 financial priority for many Canadians, according to a new CIBC poll. In fact, it's been the #1 priority for the last 9 years in this poll. It's good that people recognize this because we are one of the most indebted nations. And it is worth noting that almost a third of those asked say that they've taken on more debt in the past 12 months because of day-to-day expenses. Keeping up with bills, #2 on the priority list. Growing wealth, #3. Saving for a vacation, #4. And then, yikes, saving for retirement, #5.
Yeah, we got to fit that in there somewhere, don't we?
Yeah, it should be a little higher, but
a little higher on the list.
Yeah.
All right, Kris, have a great weekend. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you and everyone at Citi.